Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Grow Through It podcast. My name is Julia and today I'm going to do my 2026 predictions. I did this last year, so I reviewed my 2024 predictions and then talked about my 2025 predictions. So I'm going to do the same thing today. We're going to review the 2025 predictions based on my horoscope and numerology and then talk about this year ahead for 2026. So I don't take horoscopes super seriously, but I just think it's kind of a fun thing to do, and I think it's pretty entertaining. So hopefully you enjoy this. I highly recommend looking your own up. The website I used is astroyogi.com, and you can just look up your zodiac signs horoscope as well as your numerology. I do find numerology really interesting. If you haven't looked into that, I highly recommend it. It's just super interesting. It tells you a lot about yourself. So I'm going to review 2025's predictions and see if any of it came true. So it says, Dear Capricorn, according to the Capricorn horoscope 2025, this year might bring many opportunities for growth and advancement in your professional life. Still, your personal life may experience some ups and downs. Stay adaptable and focused, and you'll be able to navigate these changes with ease. So already I feel like that was pretty accurate. I definitely had a lot of growth in my professional life, and there were, of course, ups and downs in my personal life. The Astro Yogi website breaks down the horoscopes based on love, finances, family, and well-being. And I think that's it. So I'm going to get into each one of those. The Capricorn annual horoscope forecast for your love life and relationships indicates that this year may begin with some relationship hiccups, particularly if you are married. But you will also find opportunities to strengthen and improve your connections as time goes on. Mutual respect and enthusiasm in your marriage may require cultivating. The second half of the year may bring more stability, yet enriching talks may still be a work in progress. Misunderstandings and misinterpretations of words could be present throughout the year. You should be adaptable and flexible in your married life. While the second half of the year may present some communication challenges for your relationship, it also offers an opportunity to make your connection stronger and grow together. Embrace the challenges and your bond will become even stronger. So I think some of that's accurate. We did start out 2025 with some miscommunication and some hard times. It wasn't bad or anything, but there was definitely a little bit of miscommunication, and throughout the year it's gotten a lot better. I feel like I said this I think in the last episode, but we're in a really, really good place, and we've gotten a lot closer this year. So I don't really think there was any communication challenges in the second half of the year. It was really just like the first 2 months. But I guess it did say the second half may bring more stability, which it definitely did. Okay, for your career and professional life, 2025 will bring a successful year if you have a job. The Capricorn yearly horoscope indicates that there might be some differences with your seniors, but you will see growth in your career. Your higher authorities will have a positive outlook for you, and you'll be able to reach a powerful position in your office. If you are into business and entrepreneurship, you'll experience a fantastic trade and flow of funds from the start of the year. If you try to grow exponentially, some blockages might hamper your business growth in the year's second half. The finances of the Capricorn natives in the year 2025 look very stable. If you have a job, you'll be able to enjoy financial gains, and so will the business natives. Your profit will be high, and the opportunities for expansion will be there. They also look very favorable for startups. With more alignment in your approach, your partnership business will be able to succeed in the second half of the year. So with my professional life this year, I definitely had a lot of growth. I'm making more money now. I'm in a higher position, and I feel like my career just went really well this year. I also was able to save a lot of money and pay off things. I just paid off my credit card, and I'm able to save more money. So I feel like financially this year has been the best yet. So That's really great. In terms of family life, 2025 will be a stable year. However, the Capricorn 2025 horoscope states that there will be conflicts at home, which may lead to emotional insecurity. Still, the overall positivity and nurturing environment will make you feel safe, especially with your mother. Minor disagreements with your father and siblings may occur, but that will not affect the overall home environment. This year, it is advisable to avoid trusting your friends, even the closest ones. That's really funny. Do not share your insecurities and vulnerabilities with them, and try to avoid any financial transactions. The same applies to distant relatives. In terms of health, 2025 could be a good year. The chart shows no indication of any major issues. Take good care of your mental health in the second half of this year. Overall, it will be a very peaceful year. Well, definitely wasn't the most peaceful year. As you know, my family has been going through a lot. So definitely some conflicts and lots of emotions. The part about avoiding trusting your friends, even the closest one, is really funny because it's pretty accurate. So that was 2025 for Capricorn. Next, I'm going to talk about the life path number. So looking at the numerology for 2025, how you can find this out, how you find out your own number, is you can just look up numerology calculator and then you just enter your birthday and it will reveal the number. So my number for my life path is number 5, and it says, according to the numerology 2025 for number 5, this year might be marked by learning and exploration. You will get the fruits of your hard work done in the past. Employed people will need to focus on themselves more than the entrepreneurs. There could be ups and downs in the finances, but overall stability won't get hurt. This year seems positive for love and relationships, but try avoiding restlessness. Try to understand the people around you in a deeper way before trusting them completely. If you are married, you might have turbulence at the start of the year, but things will become peaceful with time and effort. That's really interesting because it said the same thing for Capricorn. There will be some challenges in both professional and personal life, but the 2025 numerology number 5 horoscope advises you to face the challenges because only a lack of self-confidence can cause you defeat. Additionally, you should take good care of your physical well-being and not take any discomfort lightly. Your mental state appears to be peaceful. Avoid overthinking and everything will go smoothly. I mean, it's definitely more smoothly when I don't overthink things. I think the taking care of my physical well-being and not taking discomfort lightly is pretty accurate, and I have become a lot more confident this year, and I think that definitely helped me face some challenges. This is also split up into career and money, love and relationships, and family and social life. So I will read those. So let's start with career and money. In 2025, you will be full of new opportunities, professional development, and increased income potential, which is true. According to the numerology career 2025 for number 5, the year's energy might favor change, growth, and expansion for the business natives. If you have a job, you may get more opportunities to have exponential career growth. The prediction 2025 for number 5 advises you to avoid investing money in high-risk or short-term investments and rather go for long-term planning. You may indulge in impulsive spending around the middle part of the year. This year should also include planning for stable income streams and future savings. Avoid overextending yourself through excessive lending of money to your friends, and try to avoid taking loans or debts this year. Again, super interesting because the Capricorn one also said to be careful of lending money to friends, which I didn't, but so I guess that's good. And I definitely have a more stable income stream and looked at future savings, and I started saving for the future. So that's pretty interesting. The year 2025 for the natives in the relationship will be about finding a balance between freedom and commitment. For the married natives, this year might be fulfilling, while the singles may experience a year of trust break. This year's energy will be all about new experiences, growth in relationships, and explorations. You might be wanting to connect with your partner on a deeper level and understand your psychic insights. You may plan frequent dates, which will help you both be more available for each other and keep the spark alive. If you're married, you might start the year with some arguments and misunderstandings, but gradually things will be better, and you will also be able to plan exciting activities together. So again, at the beginning of the year, some arguments, misunderstandings, and things getting better, which is accurate. For family and social life, it says that this year may be more nurturing and growing in the home environment and social circle. The grounding energy of this year might challenge the innate need for freedom and change. You might be pushed to be more present, nurturing, and committed to domestic responsibilities. Try to have more open communication with your family and connect with the family dynamics by finding common ground and building stronger bonds. In social gatherings, you might find ways to bring spontaneity and make them more fun. This year, instead of simply expanding your network, focus on developing deeper and more meaningful friendships. Some of you must avoid people-pleasing behaviors and establish boundaries. I definitely worked a lot on that this year, and I feel like I established a lot of boundaries and kind of just stopped people-pleasing. I still do a little bit, but I'm more focused on what I want out of a friendship and not just like trying to please them all the time. What it said about more open communication with family and connecting with family more, I feel like that is also accurate. I think my family has gotten a lot closer this year, and I've been calling them more and texting them more, and I just feel closer with them. So that's pretty accurate. So overall, I feel like most of that was pretty true to 2025. I know a lot of it can be like quite general, and it could be true for a lot of people. But again, it's just for fun, and I find it pretty interesting. So moving on to 2026, I'm excited to see what it says that this year has in store for me. Let's start with the Capricorn horoscope. It says, according to the Capricorn 2026 predictions, this year will bring a mix of challenges and success across many areas of life. The first half of the year may feel slow or uncertain, but the second half promises growth, stability, and emotional fulfillment. Planetary transits this year will push you toward adaptability, deepened relationships, career advancement, and financial security, while also helping you focus on health and family well-being. When it comes to love and relationships, the Capricorn Yearly Horoscope 2026 suggests that the early months could bring a few emotional roadblocks. If you are married, you may experience a phase of discord or distance. Communication issues could lead to temporary dissatisfaction. However, by October, that's a long time, the emotional tone will likely shift. Peace, love, and intimacy will begin to flow more naturally. Patience and empathy will be important in maintaining balance during this time. I feel like that's pretty true because I think this year is going to require a lot of patience and empathy, and it will continue to be an emotional year. For those in a relationship, focus on rebuilding emotional closeness. Address past tensions gently and avoid rushing things. With honest communication and understanding, relationships will grow stronger and more resilient. Moving on to career and professional life, it says the start of the year may bring professional challenges. You might deal with office politics, overwhelming workloads, or miscommunication. It may feel frustrating at times. Maintaining consistency will help you stay on track. From mid-year onward, professional stability and new opportunities will arrive. Your ability to network and solve problems creatively will boost your progress. If you're running a business, expect smoother operations and growing profits after May. Client relationships and business expansion will improve steadily. Okay, that's interesting. I hope my career continues to flourish and not have too many problems. Financial and wealth. Financially, the Capricorn Yearly Horoscope indicates a year of mixed momentum. The early months may involve unexpected expenses which could impact your savings. Hopefully not. However, with proper planning and budgeting, you can navigate this phase smoothly. So that's good to know. I actually have a plan for January. I'm doing like a 30-day challenge, and I'm doing a bunch of different categories, but one of them is budgeting daily. So I use a budgeting app, but sometimes I just don't update it as often as I should. So I'm going to update it daily for the month of January. It says if you're employed, you may experience delays in bonuses or raises. However, the second half of the year is expected to be more favorable, offering opportunities for growth and financial stability. So it doesn't sound too bad. I think I just have to stay positive and make sure I'm updating my budget. Family life. Your family life in 2026 will generally be peaceful, although it may experience occasional ups and downs. Early in the year, unresolved issues or misunderstandings may surface. With patience and understanding, you will be able to restore harmony at home. Relationships with your mother or maternal figures will be especially warm and supportive. That's nice. However, bonds with your father or siblings might feel a bit formal or distant at times. Maintain open communication and avoid being overly guarded. Yeah, I think open communication is just the most important thing, and it will really help my whole family. It also has major planetary transits in the Capricorn horoscope for 2026. So I'll read those as well. Jupiter transit in June. Jupiter will move from your 6th house to your 7th house. This will bring significant improvements in personal life, business, and health. Disputes at home or at work can be resolved, and you may experience financial gains and renewed energy. In October, Jupiter will move into your 8th house. This will support transformation in your personal life and strengthen bonds with superiors and mentors. Saturn transit. Saturn will remain in your 3rd house throughout 2026. This will strengthen your communication skills, courage, and travel opportunities. That sounds fun. You may also feel more emotionally expressive. However, Saturn's placement may slow progress in romantic matters and delay plans related to family expansion. Rahu transit, I don't even know what that is. It's Rahu. It will be placed in your 2nd house all year. This could bring unexpected profits and financial opportunities, but it may also lead to increased impulsive spending. Be mindful of how you speak and interact. Harsh words can negatively impact relationships at home or at work. So it sounds like I just need to be very careful with my money. Okay, and lastly, we'll go over my numerology 2026 predictions. It says, for number 5 natives, the year 2026 is a year of freedom, change, and adventure. The universal energy of 1 adds a sense of dynamism. This is a year full of dynamic responsibilities and bold outcomes. You will feel an urge to break free from limitations, explore new paths, and take risks that lead to growth. This year, travel, learning, and networking will play a key role in shaping your success routes. Be careful as 2026 will ask for focus and caution, as impulse decisions or scattered focus are more likely to create issues. Ensure flexibility and maintain the clarity of purpose. Moreover, this year will test your ability to balance personal desires and responsibilities, as freedom without planning leads to unnecessary chaos. New and dynamic beginnings in career, relationships, and personal development will be seen. So I think overall so far, it sounds like I just need to be calm and focused and plan and not make any impulsive decisions, which I think is good advice anyways. For relationships and family, it says this year brings vibrant, fast-moving energy to your personal life. Relationships will feel exciting and adventurous, yet they will also need steady attention to stay balanced. Married couples may spark romance through impromptu trips, festive moments, or shared hobbies. Sounds like I'm going on a trip. I guess we are going to Toronto at one point, so that'll be fun. Your strong desire for independence might lead to occasional family disagreements. Use patience and tact. Friends or siblings may question your views. Listening carefully will help avoid conflict. Sounds like I'm going to have some issues with my siblings. Hopefully not. Express affection without pushing your opinions to strengthen emotional bonds. Some relatives might look to you for emotional support. Yes. Testing your ability to balance freedom with responsibility. Trust and honesty will be the foundation for deeper romantic connections. Blend your love of adventure with sensitivity towards others to create lasting harmony in 2026. That doesn't sound too bad. Again, I think I just need to have open communication and patience and make sure I'm focusing on the relationships in my life and not just being consumed with my own stuff, which, yes, I do need to work on. For career and finance, it says career opportunities may open through change, travel, and strong communication skills. This is a promising year for those in sales, media, travel, communication, or entrepreneurship. Job changes and new projects can bring exciting challenges and valuable learning. Collaboration and networking will be crucial for professional growth. Financial prospects look supportive, provided you plan and budget carefully. Keep a close check on spending related to travel, hobbies, and luxury items. Okay, I clearly cannot indulge this year, and I need to really keep track of my finances. Good to know. Investments in education, skill development, and long-term ventures are favorable. Avoiding impulsive decisions or overextending yourself in financial commitments. All in all, discipline and strategic planning will set the foundation for sustained professional and financial success in 2026. Again, I think that's great advice anyways. Okay, it also has numerology for spiritual growth, which the 2025 one didn't, so I'm interested in reading this. It says, in 2026, number 5 individuals are encouraged to welcome change while staying centered. A mix of curiosity and inner steadiness will lead to a meaningful spiritual progress. Meditation, mindfulness, and energy healing practices help balance restless, scattered energy. Travel or exposure to new cultures broadens perspective and deepens spiritual understanding. Sounds like I need to go on a trip, but I also need to not splurge on money, so I don't know how I'm going to do that. Journaling thoughts and reflections support self-awareness and clarity. Group spiritual activities and community service strengthens your connection to higher consciousness. Guidance from teachers, mentors, or friends provides support in uncertain times. Avoid impulsive spiritual pursuits that can dilute focus and slow growth. So I think this, again, is great advice. I do plan on going to more sound bowl sessions this year, getting my acupuncture and Reiki done, and just doing more for myself. I'm going to do 30 days of meditation. That's part of my 30-day challenge for January. Same thing with journaling. I'd like to focus on my spirituality a little bit more. I feel like I was lacking that a little bit this year. So I think that will be good. Okay, it also has remedies, and I think these are just like kind of fun. They're really random, or I guess they're probably not random, but they seem random. So it says, wear a green emerald or a compatible stone after proper consultation. Offer white or green flowers to Venus or a deity of your faith weekly. Donate sweets, fruits, or clothes to those in need on Fridays. Okay. Practice daily meditation to ground restless energy. Agreed. Avoid impulsive arguments. Communicate clearly and calmly. Yes. Keep a journal of experiences and lessons learned during travels or changes. Incorporate green or turquoise in your clothing or workplace to attract positive energy. Definitely not my first choice in colors for clothing, but maybe my workspace. Participate in community service or help others in practical ways to balance personal freedom with responsibility. I do want to do more volunteering this year. It says lucky color turquoise, green, light blue, enhancing growth and creativity. Lucky numbers 5 and 14, supporting adaptability and personal development. Directions north and northeast. Day Friday. So those are all my predictions. I hope some of them come true. I hope others don't. But overall, I think it'll be a good year. I think I just really need to focus on my relationships, my spirituality, my health, and really just take care of myself and focus on what's important. I'm really excited for this year. I feel like big things are coming. I know it'll also be a tough year, but I am really excited for a couple different things. I am excited to do all my goals on my bingo card, which I talked about last week. That will also be on my Instagram story, the finished product. I will put it in my highlights. I'm really excited because I got a gym membership again. I used to go to the gym, and then when I moved in with Paul, he has a home gym. So I gave up my membership just because I thought it was kind of a waste of money since I already have a gym. But now that I am making a little bit more money, I wanted to get it again because I really missed all the equipment and the classes and just access to everything. I love the environment there too. So I'm really excited to get back in the gym. I'm excited for my meal planning and prepping. I'm excited for 3 weddings I get to go to this year. And traveling to Toronto with Paul will be really fun, seeing his family and friends. And we will also be moving on our own. So right now we live with roommates, and it's just going to be me and him soon, which I'm really excited about. I'm planning on getting a new car because I can't handle a small car anymore. It's driving me insane. So I feel like a lot of good things are going to happen this year, even though I know it could also be a tough year. But again, I think just taking care of myself, listening to my body, and also not forgetting about all the relationships in my life and making sure I'm prioritizing those as well. I think will be really important. And it sounds like communication is also really important this year. So I'm excited to see what 2026 has to bring. If you guys do your own predictions, I would love to hear about it. If you review like 2025's predictions, I would love to hear if anything is accurate for you. I also hope you guys had an amazing Christmas and you have a great New Year's. I'm really excited for New Year's. It's my 29th birthday on December 31st. So I'm excited to celebrate that with lots of friends and celebrate the new year. As always, if you have any questions, you can DM me on Instagram at growthroughit.pod or use the link in the show notes to anonymously ask questions or suggest future topic ideas. I'm really excited to see what this podcast does in 2026. I have a lot of exciting things planned, and I'm really hoping it can continue to grow. If you enjoyed this episode, I would be so grateful if you would leave a rating and review or follow or subscribe and share it with someone you think would benefit from it. Doing that really helps the podcast grow and reach more people, so I would appreciate it so much. I also just want to thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast. If you've been listening all year or if this is your first time, thank you so much for supporting me. It truly means the world to me. And I wish you guys all the best in 2026 for a happy and healthy year. Thank you again for listening, and remember that you are worthy. See you in 2026.